It is time for another YouTube live stream. I'm Zach. Welcome back. Let's play some games. We are back in Cities Skylines 2 in my Florida themed city. Today, we are going to build the Marina. I've been talking about this for a long time. Today, we are finally going to do it. And I wanted to just start by looking at this bridge. We built this bridge in yesterday's stream. I just think this makes such a big difference. Before we just had like the flat, normal, vanilla bridge that went across the water, and just adding this like little architectural element over the water really just makes this view of the city just pop. And I think this is just one of the base game bridges that anybody can use. And let me just hop into the game here. Get out of this. Okay, yeah. Look at the detail on this. It's just so beautiful. You got these little spiky things here. You have like the rivets on the metal. It's just a beautiful looking bridge. Yeah, I'm so glad we added this in here. Yeah, so that's going to give us some inspiration for today's build, which is going to be on this section of the coastline here. Now, I've always wanted to make this a nice marina with boats and docks and quays and all that stuff. So we're going to put that all together and see what we can make happen here. But before we start building on this, I do want to look at adding a fishing industry. We have no fishing in this city, which is a shame because we have all this lovely water. There's obviously fish in this water. Fishing is one of the new industries that got added in the latest DLC. And I would like to put that in first because that might affect where we put things in the marina. TCC is in chat. Hey, welcome to the stream. V is in chat saying hello. How's it going? So I'm not exactly sure how to do the fishing industry. I think you go into industries. Is fishing one of these? Fishing and open water fish farming. Fishing requires high fish population. Okay, all right. So yeah, I guess this shows where the fishes are at. And I think the fish spawn just anywhere where there's deep water. So all of this is deep water, and they don't spawn on where you have your boats going. So my boats are going like right here. Those are my boat pathways. So if we had a fishing industry, probably shouldn't put it in over here. Maybe I could put it in over here on this end, but also I think maybe I could stick one in here at the side here. I mean, we got some of this space. Let's take a little closer look here. Yeah, we got this little road here. Nothing's really on it. This is how you get into this nice little neighborhood in here. You know what? The people in this neighborhood, they could go work on the fishing boats. If we put the fishing industry right here, they could even walk to work. How cool would that be? You're going to work on a fishing boat. V says fishing in CS2 is not as good as CS1. There's only one kind of fish. Yeah, I kind of enjoyed how they did CS1, where they had 4 different kinds of fish that you could get. Although I never quite figured out how they determined which kind of fish went where. But yeah, I liked how they did that. But yeah, there's only one kind of fish here. So it's not overly complicated. Oh, this is going to mess up our bike path. Shoot, not the bike path. All right, let's take out the bike path here. We'll put it back in a minute. Don't worry, guys. Don't you worry. Oh no, we got bikers. We got bikers on there. We'll put the bike path in a second. So how does this work? We set this down on right next to the water, like over here. Maybe something like that. Yeah, that looks cool. So it's, what a cute little building. Look at this. You got a little dock here. Okay. And it's close to our other marina buildings, which are going to be over here. Okay, okay, okay. Now we got to get a road up to this. So maybe I might just use an alleyway. One-way alley. Yeah, let's do a one-way alley. Right along the front. Then we can, like, run it into the road here. And run this one up here. So people can get in and out this way. Okay. And then what do we do from here? I'm guessing we have to extend out this wharf. Yeah, okay, so look at this. There's all these little buildings. Oh man, this is a whole thing. Oh, wow. Oh, look at this. So we can put like storage facilities. I don't really want to put it right next to the houses. I hope this doesn't create noise. We might be causing a problem here. But this is a cool looking building. Okay, what are these? These are storage, small cold storage, medium cold storage, or large cold storage. I don't know if we need the large one. But maybe the medium one would be cool, like right here. Let's put that guy in. And then we can do a fishing area, open water fishing farm area, fishing route tool, or narrow boatway. And then we do the fishing harbor pier. Okay, so I think we'll probably do this the same way we did the other pier. Yeah, we draw this out, and it creates these areas where the boats can dock. So I don't need to go out too far. Maybe something like that. Oh, look at this. So you got little areas where you have little coolers for the fish, and then this little crane takes things off the boat. That's cool. And I guess if you make this longer, you can even have more areas for boats to come in. Wow, so we're creating a whole little complex here. We got the cold storage, we got the little the fishing thing here. V says, do the fishing facilities have pollution or noise? I'm sure they do. It doesn't really say here. We're just going to have to wait and see. Okay, so we're going to need to draw a fishing area, and I'm guessing it's going to have to be out here somewhere. Fishing area. Oh, I see. It's kind of like drawing industry areas where you had like for farming and stuff like that. Oh, this is kind of cool. Okay, we're going to have to buy some of these squares. Okay, because we're going to need more space here. So we're going to buy these 2 squares. And we're going to put a fishing area kind of in this area. Maybe let's buy all 3 of these squares. Just to give me some more room. Okay, so we're going to do our fishing area. And we're going to place it facing where the fishing dock is. So it's over there. They're going to have to cut across where the ferries are going. So we want it on the other side of that. So maybe out here. Okay. And then we draw our little area, our harvestable area. And I'm guessing they're going to fish in this area here. Now the question is, are they going to overfish? I don't know if you could overfish an area. That would be really bad. Okay, so now we're going to need to connect these two areas up. And I think we could just go straight in like that. Okay, so this is now connected. So we can actually draw a second area over here. You know, I probably should have moved this over. So we could have one here and then one here. Oh, this is good for now. Let's just have one. We're just going to do one and make sure we know how this works. Let's connect this guy up. Like that. Just so that's connected up. And then we're going to draw a route from here over to the fishing area. And then back again. Hey, we got our first fishing route in. This is kind of a cool mechanic. I'm liking this. Okay, so if we hit play, what happens? Anything? It's storing something. It just stored something. It's got a little bit of fish somehow. I'm not exactly sure how. Aren't boats supposed to come out? What? Oh, we got a boat. We got a boat. Look at this. A little teeny tiny boat. Now, I think there's a way you can change the boat. Because I think there's multiple kinds of boats. Hold on. Am I wrong about this? I thought there was a way you can change the type of boat that is on here, but I don't know what menu that would be in. We got the route, fishing route 1. Oh, here it is. You can select the boat. So it's a small fishing boat. Look at this. There's 3 different types of boats, and you can tell it which model to use. We're actually going to just say you can use 3 different models, but I think there's only 1 boat per thing. Yeah, it looks like there's only 1 boat per, like there's no slider to select how many boats are on this line. So I think you just select which boat you can get. And it's using the small fishing boat right now. Let's follow this guy. As he goes out to fish. TCC says, you need the cold storage to hide the dead bodies, LOL. All right, so he goes into the... What is he doing? Oh, he's in the fishing area. Oh, that's interesting. Look at... He's just going around the fishing area. He must be gathering fish. It says it's in the process of fishing right now. How do we see more information? Can does it show how much it has? Okay, it's just going around. It doesn't say how much it has, but I'm sure it has a certain amount of fish, and when it's done, it'll come back. So if we want more boats moving back and forth, we're going to have to make this dock longer and add more boats into here. Or we could probably just add a bunch of lines onto the same dock. Yeah, let's add a second one. On this side. Okay, so now we have fishing route 2, and we're going to make this the net fishing boat. I'm going to see what does that look like. Come on, buddy. Bring out the boat. I don't know what's taking so long. Maybe, does he have to hire people? Or do I have to wait till the other boat comes back? Maybe that's how they keep people from overfishing. They stop the boats from coming out. I'm getting fish stored in the storage somehow. Maybe does it... I wonder if it's wirelessly sending the fish from the fishing area back to storage. Because this number keeps going up somehow. I don't see any trucks coming in here, so this has to be coming from the fishing boat. That's weird. That is a little weird. Okay, I don't know where the other boat is. Oh, there it is. There it is. It just came out. This is the net fishing boat. That's cool. Cool, cool, cool. All right. Now, there are some special buildings that came with this that are supposed to work together with this. Let me just check the noise pollution, because you guys asked about that. Noise pollution. Okay, they do create some noise pollution, so these guys are probably going to complain a little bit. But these guys have worse noise pollution over here. So I don't think it's that bad. At least not yet. But let's look at the special buildings. If we go to special buildings, I think there is a signature building for fish. Bait and Bistro. Oh, we need waterfront business buildings. Ugh, I don't have any. Maritime Museum. Oh, these are all cool buildings. Conference Center. Oh, I would love this, though. This is a laid-back waterfront eatery. We're going to stick this in anyway. It's called Bait and Bistro. Let's find it. I think this uses the fish that you catch. Yeah, can we get this in here, like right next to the water? Or maybe even on the other side of the street here. I think it'll fit. What's blocking it? I don't think anything's blocking it. What a cool little restaurant. You got seating on top that overlooks the water. It's right next to the fishing pier. I think that's really cool. So the Bait and Bistro restaurant. Yeah, I'm liking it right here. We actually don't even need to move it that much. I need to take out these trees, though. Okay. Nice. We got a restaurant. And someone's moved in already. Fresh pots. Okay, so this is... it requires food. Oh, so it can't use the fish. Oh, I think we need to turn the fish into food. That's what we need to do. Fish into food. Is that one of these ones? Okay, we have a seafarer shipyards. Oh, that's cool. Or a fish and chippery seafood factory. This is what we need. Where are we going to build this? How big is this? Fish and chippery. Where is this? Come on. It's supposed to be... Oh, I got to do it over here. That's why I can't find it. Okay, filtered by this. Here's the Bait and Bistro Conference Center. I'm just going to scroll through this, see if I can see it. Here's the shipyards. Where's the fish and chippery? Look at how cool the sea yards look. That would be so awesome to put in here. I don't think we're ready for that yet, though. That's a little big. I mean, let's stick with the... what is this? Via Mare? What is this? It looks like a commercial building. What if we throw this in over here? I don't know what this is. It looks cool. What? I did not even know this was in the game. It's got like this Spanish flair to it. And it's just another kind of like restaurant shop kind of thing. Oh, this is cool. This also needs food. I love that. So you can go to Via Mare or Bait and Bistro for some nice, cool food. I actually really like this here too. As you like go into the marina, that's cool. Oh man, we're adding more and more traffic to this area. V says put the fish and chippery in the industrial area. Yeah, we should do that, but I gotta find it first. I thought it would just be called fish and chippery. Oh, here it is. It wasn't coming up before. Fish and chippery factory. Oh my gosh, it's huge. It is huge. Okay, so we're going to have to find a place to put this. We could stick it in over here. That it would be easy for them to take the fish from here and bring it over to here. I mean, it probably creates a lot of pollution and stuff. We could put it right over here. The wind is blowing all the air pollution out to sea. Let's try this. We're tearing everything up. Okay, away goes these bike paths. Okay, fish and chippery, or let's put in the fish and chippery. Can we squeeze it in over here? Just barely. Like right there. Oh, it's a gigantic, ugly building. It's so ugly. No, I can't put it here. We cannot put it here. That is so ugly. I mean, it looks cool, but it's like an ugly... Oh, no. Oh, yuck. I don't want it right there. Get out of here. All right, let's put the bike paths back. That was not a good idea. Why didn't you guys stop me? Oh, my goodness. Okay, so what we're going to do with the bike paths now is we're going to curve it around and then run it into the road here. And we're going to make this a bike road. So let's just throw bike lanes on the side of this road. And then we're going to have the bike path come off this road over to here. Just like that. And we're connected back up again. Or actually, this needed to be connected too. Oh no, we made all these trees small again because we put a building there. Let me fix that. We can do change tree age. We'll make them all older trees. And it's beautiful once again. Look at that. V says, we specifically told you to put the fish and chippery in the industrial area. You did tell me that. You did tell me that. Okay. Well, we have a couple of industrial areas. I mean, we have this kind of over here at the edge of the city. We also have started building up one over here by the cargo area. And then we also have this one over here next to Oakwood. We also have this one over here at the edge of the map here. So I think probably it makes sense to have it over here by the cargo area. Yeah, what if we ran a road right here? And just put it right here. Fish and chippery. Ugh, we're going to pollute this water. This beautiful water source. Oh, well, we already have our trash incinerator plant there, so I'm not going to move it. All right, there is our giant industrial factory. So we're going to send the fish to here. They're going to make the food, and then they're going to send it back to the restaurants that are right next to the fishing docks. Probably not the best setup in the world, but we're going to see how it works. Might cause a little bit of traffic. It's already working. So it takes in fish and it produces food. All right. We got a fish and chippery. I like it. Okay, now finally, back to the marina. Now that we're 30 minutes into the stream. Okay. So first things first, we need a key that will run along the top here. And one of the things that got added in the last DLC was all these cool keys that are now part of the game. And there's a tab here called Piers and Keys. So look at all of these different keys here. There's a port key, wide key with road. Oh, we don't really want the road one. We don't need a road on this. I just need people to walk on it. Oh, here it is. Here's the keys with just pedestrian paths. That's what I want. There's a wide one and a narrow one. We want the wide one. And I think we just run it all the way along the edge here. And I might need to curve this a little bit. Okay, how does that look? Okay, this is going to need a little bit of adjustment through here, I think. Oh gosh, the traffic's really intense. Why is everyone shaking like that? We got some shaking going on. I'm not sure I understand how these keys work. Maybe we shouldn't... I don't like how it's like curving like this. Maybe let's do a straight line. Let's try and do a key that's a straight line. Okay, this whole section is pretty straight here. Okay, and then maybe we'll curve this section here. Okay, that looks pretty good. That looks pretty nice. Little curving key. Okay, now if we go down here, is it like ground level? It's a little sloped up. Oh no. Oh no. And then the water comes through like right here. Okay, let's do this. Let's do a little bit of terraforming. Let's try and shrink this down. And let's try to make everything the same level as this road here. Okay, so the water is out. It is just a little sloped up. But the street is also a little sloped up. Why is it like dipping down like this? Oh, I can raise it up. Let's raise it up a little bit. We should raise all of this up. By the way, while we're here, look at how cool these look. We got these little bike parking that we put in the other day. Oh, they're completely full. So we probably need more bike parking. But I just think that looks so cool. We'll put more bike parking in here. Okay, so this whole section... I think the road kind of slopes down a little bit. All right, let's try to raise up the bike path because it's in a little bit of a ditch. So we're going to start over here. We're going to use move it. Going to kind of grab these nodes. Can I grab the whole... Can I raise up the whole thing? Oh, it's just raising up the middle. That's not what I want. Well, we could raise up the middle and the ends. We'll use our toolbox, go to object height, the middle. So how does that... Okay, that worked really pretty good. Let's raise it to the height of this. Oh, that's even better. Even better. Oh, I like it. Yeah, I don't know why it was weird and dipped down like this. Okay, so we're going to have to select all of these. Let's select this and this. Yikes. And this and this. We'll just go through. And hopefully we can set them all to like here. All right, this is working out, except no, now it's like higher than the road. No. Okay. It's perfect for right here, but it does, I guess it does dip down. Okay, so we're going to have to, like, adjust it. Just do little by little and try to match the slope here. Come on. All right, that's going to take a lot of fiddling. I'm not going to do all of this. I'll probably do some of this off stream, but you guys can get the idea. I'll just fiddle around and make sure that this... I like the height of this because this is all... The key is all even, all the way across the waterfront. That's what I want. And I'll have to adjust the slope of the bike path to meet the slope of the road. I didn't realize the road wasn't exactly flat. V says, be careful of the port key. It is dangerous in Harry Potter. The higher lad by the key could be for flood control. All right, we need to get a walkway to the key. So maybe we just do a wide walkway, wide pavement path. Actually, let's just take these. This is pedestrian and bicycle path. We're going to upgrade this. And then we'll just extend this out. Oh gosh. I don't like what that did. Why is that so awful? Undo. Undo. Oh gosh. Oh. No. I'm just ruining everything. I have a feeling this is going to be a lot of fiddling. Okay, let's at least get this connected back up here. Okay, I don't know. It's connected up. But how do we connect this up to here? Okay, so that connected up kind of nicely like that. That's just a bike path. We need to get a pedestrian path, though. Okay, that's kind of interesting. It's a nice connection. Okay, so that gives pedestrian and bike paths up to there. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll just have... this is going to just be a lot of fiddling trying to get these paths to connect up. Anyway, I don't want to spend any more time on this. I want to do the piers, because this pack came with a bunch of piers. And there's a wooden pier and a concrete pier and a leisure pier. Yeah, I just want to see what these look like. So can we draw these out from these keys? I think so. So something like this. I think these look really cool. Okay, so there's like little kiosks in here and like benches and lights. They're lit up. That's really... Oh, no. It's not connected. What? How is it not connected? Oh, this one is connected. For some reason, this just didn't connect up. Okay, hold on. Let's do this again. Okay, I've got to make sure it connects up. Okay, so that's connecting. I don't know what happened before. Okay, so that's cool. So I think people are supposed to be able to like walk out here. Oh, I like how they changed colors. Like the little stands here are different colors. Okay. Let's do one over on this side here. Okay, something like that. All right, all right, all right. Okay. So maybe we just do a couple of these. out like this. Oh, this one didn't connect. And then maybe on like this one, we could have like a different little connection coming out like this. Something like that. Is this starting to look like a marina? Okay, so now we have all of these different things out here. I downloaded from the workshop. There was a couple of different boat props. Okay, so these are the boats that come with the DLC. We just want one. So there is a yacht. And I think we're just going to put these on here. And I think it changes colors. I think there's different colors of this. And then there's a sailboat. And these are the two boats that come with the DLC. But I think there's a whole bunch. I downloaded a bunch more. Yeah, look at this. I got a ton of... Ooh, there's like buoys. Oh, these are teeny tiny. Coast Guard. What? Little Coast Guard boat? A little Coast Guard boat at the end. Look at that. That's so cool. Okay, yeah, so we're just going to put a whole bunch of these down. I want the floating ones, because these are obviously all going to be floating. And actually, in a real marina, these would be, like, much closer to each other. I mean, real marinas are, like, packed. They're so full. Okay, here's another kind of... Ooh, this is a teeny tiny one. Yeah, I wish they had actually, like, had this many boats in the DLC. I thought it was kind of lame that they only had 2. Oh, we got one with a full sail. Maybe we'll put... They won't have a full sail when they're, like, in the harbor. So we'll have to do this, the full sails, like maybe they're coming in or coming out to sea. But we can do the sailboats that have no sails on them, like in the docks here. Oh, this is like a fishing boat. And I think those are all the ones we have. I think it's going to be a combination of all those. So I think what I'm going to do, oh, look at that. So already just those little bits of boats. How cool does this look? I love it. So obviously I'm going to fill all of these up with all of these little boats like this. Just plop them all down. And then this will be like our harbor area. And I'll have to figure out how to connect all these up with like pathways and stuff. And I think people are supposed to walk out onto these piers. I mean, we'll see what happens. Does this increase parks at all? Leisure. Yeah, it shows these as good leisure areas. So I think these count as parks. See, they're green like this. All right, so that's the start of this area. Yeah, I'll come back and I'll probably do that off stream because you guys don't need to see me like plopping down little boats. Oh, look at this. We got even more. What? I don't understand how this is working. We got a small fishing boat here, another fishing boat here. We got our big fishing boat already out here. So I guess they just send boats at random out here. It's nice to see them moving around like that, though. That's really cool. Yeah, I'm liking this, the Bridges and Piers DLC, which is where all of this stuff comes from. It had some cool stuff in there. Okay, something else I wanted to take a look at. We put in these buildings a few streams ago. This building right here, which is from the Supply Chain DLC. It's the Rocket Propellant Distillation Plant, and it uses crude oil. So I thought this was good. It would take crude oil from all of our oil fields and turn it into petrochemicals, which is good. But apparently, there's more to this supply chain. And let me just pause this for a second. I was looking at this image, and this is from the Supply Chain DLC. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to get all of these buildings. This is the oil supply chain here. All of these buildings complete the supply chain. So we have this building and this building makes up the propellant plant. So we need to look for this building and this building to have the complete oil supply chain, which is what I want. So let's take a look and see if we can find it. It should be under this menu. And is it commercial? Supply chain. No, it's not one of those. So is it one of these? Chemical plant? No. Oh, it's this one. Okay, it's called a nanopolymer synthesis plant. It says the regulators have been asking about what happens when the vehicles are launched into the air using our fuels come back down. How do they not burn up the atmosphere? Nanopolymers, that's how. They didn't ask for further elaboration. That sounds a little bit sketchy. But this gives you a plus 3% export profits citywide. And it looks just like this. So it would probably fit well in this area here. If we have enough room for it, which doesn't look like we do. We are just out of space. It would have fit perfectly right in here. Oh, it would have been perfect. But we put in our taxi depot or something right there. We have our parking lot here. We could throw it in right here. Is this looks like it's pretty sloped though, this ground. Maybe we can just squeeze it in down at the end here. It's such a tiny building. It looks cool. So this is at the edge of our city now. So this should complete our supply chain until the final building. Now the final building should be an office building. It should look like this one. Launch Payload Control Center. This is in collaboration with ChirpX. We've designed a state-of-the-art control center to keep track of all the various things we've launched into orbit over the years. Now, I have not created... there's some kind of like space building or something. I have not put that in the city yet, obviously. But this is supposed to go along with that. And this is the final piece of this supply chain. So maybe we'll wait until we do like a space area. We could even do a space area on one of these islands in here. Yeah, so we'll wait on this. I didn't know it was like a launch control center. That's pretty intense. Okay, so what is this creating, though? It's taking crude oil and making minerals and chemicals. Okay. So this is taking crude oil and making petrochemicals. This is making minerals and chemicals. Okay. So I think that's good to have all of those things. I'd also like to look at, there's a supply chain that makes metals. And one of the things that we're missing is we are missing metals in our production chain. Here. Yeah, this is our biggest deficit, is metals. So we need to take metal ore and turn it into metals. And I don't know which building necessarily does that, but I'm guessing I'm looking at my image here. Casting fabricator pours molten metal into a cast. It's got to be this guy. Oh, no, this is one, too. Now that we've started pulling metals out of the ground, we better start doing something with them. The pile is starting to rust. And then there's this with the molten metal. Maybe we use both of them. This is a blast furnace. This is a casting fabricator. You know, we have space here. I was thinking of putting it over here next to the nuclear power plant. But maybe, you know, we just put in these like metal mines over here. This one is creating metal ore, and this one is creating coal. Maybe we put it over here. This is a highway road. I mean, we could put it like over here. Where's the wind blowing? Yeah, wind's blowing out to sea. It's not going to bother anybody. Yeah, let's try and put it in over here. So we're going to grab a road. Maybe come off like this. And let's see if we can just fit them in right here. Okay, this is the first one. Blast furnace. That looks very polluting. Oh my goodness. I love that. You just see that across the river. That's so cool. How does it say it's not connected, though? It's connected right here to water and sewer. Is this not connected? It says the power is connected. It says the water and sewer is connected. Oh, it doesn't connect over the bridge. What? I did not know that was a thing. Okay, that's okay. We can connect it here. It goes under the water. Okay. All right, so now they have water and sewer and power. So that is looking great. I love that. Okay, what does the other one look like? The casting fabricator. Okay, maybe this looks like it goes like right next to it. More smoke. Oh my goodness. We're creating a monster over here. Okay, so the question is this creating metals? Yes. Okay, so this is creating metals. This is creating metals, plastics, and vehicles. What's that noise? Oh, the drawbridge is going up. Oh, look at that. All right, I think that's pretty cool. I love having this across the river like that. Look at all that pollution. We're expanding to the other side of the river. Okay, what's the end of this supply chain? This should have an upgrade. Foundry. We've all been enjoying the benefits of our metals in modern society, but we can still do better. Adding the foundry will give us the workspace needed to rapidly expand our production to meet the increasing demand. Okay, so it adds a little building onto the back of this. I like that. We'll go for that. Okay, so that completes this. And then there should be another building that's like a skyscraper. This one. Energy lobbying office. I don't know if we need an energy lobbying office. Oh, no, that's for the coal. This one's for the metal. Steel building. This beautiful glass and steel tower is built from metals mined and smelted right here in our city. There's no better testament to our industry. Just watch out for the 25th floor. I've heard the city regulators aren't too happy up there. This is kind of a cool office building. Let's see if we can find a place for this guy. I mean, maybe even like right here. It's really cool looking. I was going to block the view of this guy, though. Oh, how about this? How about we put it in right here? It's almost a perfect fit. Oh, that is a cool looking building. Wow, I like it. So this is creating, it requires software, it produces financial. That's so cool. I love that we put that in there. All right, some more jobs. All right, so we created a lot of jobs in this episode. Like all these factories, all the fishing and everything. What is our unemployment look like? Oh, it's gone up. We're at 18.4% unemployment. That is not good. How can we have built all these jobs and unemployment keeps going up? Oh, well, I know why. Because we're at 83,000 population now. Our population keeps growing like crazy. We need lots and lots of more jobs. Maybe we'll focus on that next time and just building up some more industry, because that unemployment is just way too high. Way too high. I do like seeing the boats fishing around here, though. All right. I think that's a good place to end it. I mean, we got a lot accomplished, so I am glad with that. Mongo Slade is in the chat. How's it going? Saying they should add gold, silver, platinum, and diamonds to this game. He said, Mongo Slade, they can't even have different... He said they can't even have different kinds of fish. Night all. Mongo Slade said, yeah. All right, that's going to be it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. And everyone, remember, no matter what is going on in your life, to always do something fun every single day. Until next time, this is Zach signing off.